Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can basically create ad creatives automatically without you hiring any designer or like you creating by yourself in Canva or anything, any other tool. So basically, with this particular automation, you can basically create any sort of ad creatives for your product or for your services, right? So again, I'm like really excited to bring you this automation, and you can basically use this in any way that you want by just editing the prompt as per your requirement, right? So basically, through this video, I just wanted to show you what is the possibility in the automation space that you can basically utilize in your own business, right? So again, this is the entire workflow, and let me show you some results. So basically, this is the image or ad creative that I've created basically for the skincare product called face wash, right? So basically, again, you can replace anything with it. Again, it's all boils down to the prompts that you are going to give again, right? So this is not a perfect one, but again, you can make it perfect. You can basically you can edit your prompts in a way that you want your images, right? You can basically give it a reference images as well, so that it can learn from them, from that, and then you can basically adapt to the style that you want in your ad creatives, right? So again, this is going to be the basic fundamental automation that I'll be showing you. So basically, this is the entire automation, and what we are going to do is that basically I'll be going to explain you the entire each and every node that that is there in the place, right? So let's first understand each and every node over here. So and then in the end, I'll be running this automation, and I'll be showing you what type of images it is generating, right? Although I've already showed you, but yeah, we will run the entire workflow in the end of this video. So yeah, so this is first is like we actually have to submit the product image. Once you submit that, everything else will be taken care by this automation, right? So basically, the first thing is that you have to set the form, and how you can do that, you can just basically click on plus icon. You can type it out form, and it will basically click on this, and it will basically have a trigger, right? So basically you have to choose this one, not this one, right? So click on this, and it will be added to the canvas, and over here basically you have to add field. So over here we have only one field called image, right? And here you can set what type of files it can accept, right? Because then element type is file, so basically you have to upload a file, right? So basically here you can select that what type of file is allowed, right? You can basically type it out over here, and then make it required, because otherwise this workflow won't trigger. So once that is done, the next step is once we upload the file, we'll basically get this file in binary data, right? So basically now then we have to basically convert that into base 64, so that going further, whatever nodes that we are going to use, it can understand the data from that, right? So basically once we get the file, once we upload the file, it will be in this particular format. Let's say you can see this, right? And then now what we need to do is we need to basically use this node, file converter node, right? So basically you can use this convert to file node, right? So yeah, and over here basically you can use this one, move file to basically base 64 string. Once you select that, you will see something like this, and over here you can give it a name, or field is image, and output data is data. Okay, input is binary field, which is like this is the name that you have to give it here is this one, image, and whenever like it output the data, what name you want to give it, right? So you have to put it down that here. Again, it can be anything that you want, but it should be, or it must be this, exactly this, right? So that it can recognize that, and it can convert that image file into base 64 data, so that we can use it further. Right now, very next thing is that so this is the product image, and now we want to also retrieve the influencer image, right? Because then we want, let's say if we want to create a ad creative where influencer is like holding your product, right? So we need influencer images, and then for that what we are doing is that we are actually using Google Drive, where we actually stored all the influencer images, right? So now once you get into the Google Drive, right, so over there just upload all the influencer images that you want to use in your ad creatives, and then just copy the folder ID, and over here just click on this plus icon, go to Google Drive, select it, right? And over here basically I already have a lot of videos on like how to connect Google Drive, how to connect basically HTTP and APIs and everything on my channel. So basically if you don't know how to connect Google Drive to your self-hosted NAT, you can basically check out those videos. But yeah, for now, let's say if once you have connected your Google Drive folder, Google Drive, basically what you need to do is basically you need to select this search file folder name, and over here turn on this return all, and then over here you have to basically, you can like there are multiple ways you can find your folders. You can filter by folders, from list, by URL, or by ID. What we are doing is that we are actually doing it by ID. Let's say if you face any trouble in that, you can basically select by URL, and you can entirely copy the entire URL of that folder, and you can paste it here, right? So that's how you can also get the you can also retrieve the images that are there in that folder, right? So that's that. Once we get that, basically then we have to use the loop items, so that we can pass each and every influencer image one by one to the next node, so that next Google Drive node, so that you can download all the images. We convert that into base 64 string, and then we can give it to nano banana, right? So again, for this video we are actually using Google's nano banana model, which is quite amazing, right? So over here, loop, actually we have given it batch size 1. Let's say if you do it to it actually passes 2 data points at once. So it's up to you, but again I highly recommend you to do it one by one, so that it can create a very optimal images that you can use directly in your ad creatives, right? And then we have a download like Google Drive. We have again Google Drive folder, Google Drive node, where we have to download the file that we have that we are getting it from the previous Google Drive node, right? So basically, how can we retrieve that? Basically, we are going to use ID, which we are already passing to this loop items from this one, right? So this ID we need. So basically, we'll take it from here, of course, right? And then once it will run, then it will basically pass this influencer images to us, right? And then once that is done, basically what we are going to do is that we are actually going to get that data in our convert to file node, and then we'll basically convert that image into base64 string, right? And the string will look something like this, right? Once it is converted, we'll basically give that data to this API. Now again, this is very important part, right? So because over here you have to basically connect your Google Nano Banana models, right? And now let's say if you are using N10 self-hosted version, in that case basically you have to connect it through API. And for that, what you need is that basically you have to create a Google Cloud Console account. So let me show you that as well. So over here, go to Google Cloud console.cloud.google.com. You can go there, basically create a project, right? So basically you can create a project, new project. Once you create that, just come over to that project, and from these 3 lines, go to this API and services and go to credentials. Now over here, basically click on this create credentials, click on API keys and give it any name that you want, right? So it will look something like this. Okay. So basically it will create the API key for you, and basically then you can use this API key anywhere else, anywhere you want, right? But before that, basically you have to also enable some APIs, right? So this is the API that you have to enable so that you can use Google Nano Bananas model, right? So how can you do that? Just come over to this enabled API and services, click on enable API and services, and search for generative language, right? And this is so basically then you just need to install or enable this API. Click on this Gemini API and just click on this you will see enable button over here. So just click on that, and once that is done, everything is done, and you just need to basically go back to credentials, and let's say click on this, right? And then basically click on show key, and then you will see the API key over here. Then you just need to copy that, right? Once you copy that key, basically what you need to do is that you need to basically come over here. This is the endpoint URL. A method would be the post, right? This would be the endpoint URL. So basically I'll give you this entire workflow for absolutely free. So what you need to do is you just need to click the link in the description box below, join the community, and you will get this workflow absolutely free, right? So I already have uploaded this workflow in my free community, so you can get it from there. So basically once you get it, you don't need to worry about this, right? So this is the endpoint of the URL of the API. And over here basically click on this generic credential type, click on header auth, and over here basically you need to create a new credentials, right? Once you do that, a name would be X Google API, and here you have to basically paste your API key that you have copied from Google Cloud Console, right? And over here just click on all and give it any name that you can remember, but again it's up to you what name you want to give it to this header auth and yeah, that's it. And over here basically you need to set this, right? So basically let me show you. So this is the JSON body where basically we have all the prompting and also the images data, both the images like influencer images and product image, right? So basically we actually then going forward will combine both the images, and then this is the prompt. Again you can modify this prompt according to your requirement, right? So right now this says that create an image where you can where the cup tumbler in the image 1 is being held by the person in the second image, right? Likely they're about to take a drink from the cup. So like this is right now for the beverages. You can create ads for beverage industry, right? So like if you are in beverage industry where like your product is around some drinks and everything, basically you can take this entire workflow and then you can replicate the entire thing, right? So but again, let's say if you are from the different industry, you just need to basically modify this first paragraph, and then yeah, that's it. Basically everything else will remain the same, and you will get your desired output for your industry that is relevant to your industry, right? So basically that's that. It's all about how you prompt, what prompt you write, what instruction you give it to the AI, and then based on that it will basically act, right? So that's that. And then after, what actually we are doing is that, let me show you. So basically we are actually getting the image results, right? In this one. Okay. Now one thing that you need to keep in mind, that for sometimes what you will get is that you will get it in red, which means it is not it won't be able to retrieve data from the previous node, right? And that's only because of it actually over here instead of first the item would be there, right? So if you see such issues with your string, what you can do is you can replace items with first, right? First and open and close bracket. So basically you can just do that, and then it will work fine, right? So now this is the image results, and now what we are doing is that we are actually converting that base 64 string from the set results node into the file, right? So let me show you that. So this is the file that you will convert, right? So yeah, and then it will upload that into the Google Drive. So how it works that once you add the Google Drive node, basically over here, basically you can this is the Java, this is the basically JS code that will help you to numbering the images, right, when you upload like in the Google Drive, right? So over here you can choose operation as upload. Input will be the data from the previous node, and here you can like select the folder ID in which you want to store this influencer images, right? Now again, let's say if you want to choose by URL, you can do that as well. It's up to you. Whichever method you find is find convenient, you can use that. Now, so that's the entire workflow, right? So basically now let's run this workflow once again. So let me click on execute workflow. Now I will upload the image of Coca-Cola, right? This is the more appropriate image for this kind of a automation, right? This kind of a prompting that we have already done, right? So now it has actually converted into base64, list all the influencers. We have downloaded the images of influencers, then converted that into the base64 string, and then now combining both the product and the images, we are actually generating the images, right? Now again, we've got some error over here. So first argument must be type string or instance, right? So basically, let me see. Yeah. So the problem is this one, right? If you see unable to in the finish message, it says that unable to show the generated images. The model could not generate images based on the prompt provided. You will not be charged for this request, right? So again, it's the problem is in our prompt, right? So we need to just modify that, and you will get into some this kind of error for sure if you are running it for the first time. But again, going so like once you know like what error is there, you can basically resolve that very easily, right? Yeah, got it. Okay, now let's run it again and then see if we can get through this time or not. Yeah, hopefully this time we'll get the image. And by the way, if you want this entire workflow, you can just click the link in the description box below, and then you can you just need to join the free community where you can get this entire workflow for free, right? Yeah, so now it worked. So mainly it is because of the image that I've influencer image that I've uploaded, which is like not that great image. So basically it's also like depend on the image that you are uploading, right? And you are giving it right. So basically, let's for example this one, right? So for example, the second image is like of this one. So again, what we are actually doing over here is that we're actually telling AI that we want this influencer to hold our product, right? So again, let's say if oh, man, for that actually my camera actually detects the action based on my hands gesture, right? So sorry for that if you get my closer look, but yeah, nonetheless, so basically if your image is like this where your influencer hands are like not visible, and if you are giving it the same instruction to hold a product, so basically then in that case this workflow then will throw the error, right? So basically you have to be very, very careful when you select the influencer image, and that is like on the purpose, and right, so so that your images will be, or your ad creatives will be more accurate, right? So now let's see what exactly it has generated so far. Let's see. Oh yeah, so the okay, it's yeah, first one is this one, and yeah, see, so again this image this ad creative is really, really good. It actually seems that this is the original one where this influencer is actually taking Coca-Cola and try and drink it, right? So this looks surreal, and this kind of ad you can basically create. Now this is like for image ad. Let's say if you want to create video ads, you can also do that, and for that we will basically I'll be creating another video on like how you can basically create video ads using Sora and Gemini and a few other models that are out there in the market, right? So yeah, but again, this is really good. Now if you want to try it out, and if you want to try it out and testing out it with different prompts, you can do that. You just need to basically get this workflow right, and then you can test it out with different prompt, with different influencer, with different product, right? So now if you want this, just click the link in the description box below. You will have to join the community to get this free, and then once you join the community, go to classroom, and then you can basically get this entire workflow for absolutely free, right? So yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope you get some really good value out of this video, and if you found this video really helpful, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel so that you can get videos like this very frequently. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching this video. Bye bye, take care.